Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, depending from where you are on this beautiful planet. Gianluca Massi speaking on the behalf of the Virtual Telescope Project, and I am in Rome, Italy. I really want to welcome you on this new live feed offered by the Virtual Telescope Project to the international community, and we are here to share no less than a stunning, beautiful lunar total eclipse. And this will happen because a number of people actually once again decided to create a wonderful team to bring to the world this opportunity. So, first of all, I want to thank you for joining this live feed. I'm just ready to open the live images coming from many different regions of the planet. But before we start, I want to thank the people who made possible for us to organize this. I decided to start a bit earlier, as you can see, just to honor our offer, because I saw many people waiting. And I want to thank the dream team, the astronomical team that we were able to create, and all the astrophotographers who joined, who actually answered our call. And they are John Stevenson, Australia; James McHugh, USA; Karim Jaffer, Canada; Adrian Bradley, USA; Joaquin Fabrica Polleri, Panama; Christoph Dale, Australia; Bill Longo, Canada; Gary Warney, USA; Julie Stryer, Australia; John Johnson, USA; Dean and William Hooper, Australia; Sonali Deshmukh, India; Ron Delvaux, USA; Chris Corvin, Canada; and Brandon Roy, Canada. And Gianluca Masi is the one who is speaking to you. It is because of those people that we will be able, as in the past, to spot something happening out there. And first of all, I want to share with you the first image I have, still showing a hint of the ongoing eclipse. So I hope that you will have fun. And again, I want to thank also the technological partners of the Virtual Telescope Project, and they are Unitron Italia Instruments, Software Bisq, C-Web, and Telescope Live. So here it is, my friends, the very first image we have with an hint of the eclipse. This image has been taken by Gary Warney, Florida, USA, and as you can see on the left, it is clearly showing a hint of the ongoing eclipse. And I'm very proud and happy that we are having fun this way. And I want to underline that this event is still brightly showing how international cooperation can really make possible something unique, like in this case, that is offering to you, no matter where you are on this planet, the opportunity to spot something unique as this eclipse from different point of views, from completely different regions from all around the planet. This is something that the Virtual Telescope really literally invented about 10 years ago, when for the very first time we experimented the opportunity to have collaborators just spread all over the world. This is the first image taken by Gary Warney, Florida, USA, and now I also want to share with you a completely different image I received from Canada. And just give me a few seconds so that I can simply put the image on our live system. And this one, the image I'm going to share it from Karim Jaffer from Canada, just making the image available, my friends. Here it is, and I hope the image will go through the system right away. And this is a very small moon, but I really love it because not only you can see a clear hint of the eclipse on the small lunar disk on the upper left, but it is just telling you how you can really document such an event, a phenomenon like the eclipse, even if you don't have very advanced instrumentation, because this has been taken with small equipment, of course, but still it is able to record the magic of the eclipse. Of course, I will tell you more and more about the eclipse just to tell you what the eclipse is, what we are going to see, and why we are here. Because what is the magic of the eclipse, of course. Now I have another image, just arrived from Gary. Here it is. Hope that it is going through the system as well, with a clear, much more larger evidence of the progress of the eclipse. While we are already seeing these things, now I want to share another very beautiful image I received from Canada by Bill Longo, and then I will just want to summarize a few things this eclipse is going to show. Look at this beautiful image as well, this time from Canada. And I find this very, very beautiful. I want to show you this graphic from NASA, just summarizing what is going to happen. So basically, the moon orbiting around our planet is going to jump into the Earth's shadow, and it will be at some point completely inside the Earth's shadow, hence the totality of the eclipse. And the times there are universal time, so that is the standard time zone for astronomers. And just to tell you that we are just in the deep penumbral phase right now, and then of course you can see the different phases here. And this table is just telling us that it will take more about 1 hour 30 minutes to the totality from the beginning to the very end. So it is a long event, and you have all the time to have fun and to look at this if you really want. And that's it, at least from the timetable point of view. Okay, we can now just show you a new image if I have received something new. Here it is, again an image from Florida, Gary Warney. I had to say that some of the people, the friends who are ready actually to help with their images, are right now facing bad weather, so they are ready to go, but still it is cloudy at their location. I have this report from several regions, but still Gary Warney and Bill Long from Florida, USA, and Gary Warney, and Bill Longo from Canada are sharing very nice, truly beautiful images with us. And of course, keep in mind that every astrophotographer is using hair or is set up with perhaps even different features. So it is also nice to see how the same thing, the event, the sun, the lunar eclipse here, will look different when spotted, and in this case imaged through a completely different setup. New image by our friend Bill Longo from Canada, where you can really see how everything is evolving here, my friends. And it is also interesting to remind you why there is an eclipse. And just 2 weeks ago we were here commenting a partial solar eclipse, which was a huge success, by the way, by the Virtual Telescope project. And 2 weeks later we are now sharing this lunar total eclipse. And I have to say that from Italy it is not visible, same from Europe. Europe and Africa this time could not see this total lunar eclipse, and but we are lucky, as I said, because a very wonderful group of people once again gathered to offer this opportunity via the Virtual Telescope Project platform. And I'm very proud and happy that this is happening once again. But as I said, there are very specific conditions you have to wait for if you really want to enjoy a lunar eclipse, an eclipse in general, solar or lunar, it doesn't matter. You know, there are three actors playing here, and I want to show them to you if I can. Let me see. Here it is. This diagram should be pretty clear. You have the sun offering its light, and then you have the moon and our beautiful planet Earth. And of course, here we have a lunar eclipse. So it just means that it is the moon just suffering, so to speak, the loss of luminosity, because the lunar eclipse, it is just the Earth jumping into the line between the sun and the moon, and at that point, from the point of view of the moon, you will not see the sun. So you have a perfect alignment between the sun offering the light, the Earth offering its shadow, and the moon just jumping into the Earth's shadow. And of course, it is mandatory to have a full moon in order to have a lunar eclipse, because it is the full moon condition assuring you that the moon is the third body in this line: sun, earth and moon. But having a full moon is not enough, because it is very clear from this diagram. You see the orbit of the moon around the earth is just on a plane which is a bit tilted once compared to the plane just containing the earth orbit, where the sun is by definition. There is an inclination of about 5 degrees, and it just means that a full moon very likely, very often, is not just showing an eclipse. Because of that tilted plane, it is off from the Earth shadow. In order to have an eclipse, the moon should be full, if we are talking about lunar eclipses, when it is also on the node of its orbit, where it is crossing the plane of the Earth orbit. Okay? In this case, the moon is on the same plane of the Earth as the Earth, the same plane as the sun. So in this very case, there is a perfect alignment between the three requested bodies: the sun and the Earth and the moon. Because the sun and the earth are by definition on the same plane, you really don't need that the full moon is on the same plane as well, and it just happens when the full moon is at the lunar orbit node. And this is happening now. So it is just a question of very precious alignment, my friends. Time to go live again with this image offered by our friend Bill Longo from Canada. But now I'm just going to update with new amazing sites. And this time I'm happy to add something from New Mexico, from our friend there, James McHugh. So just a question of a few seconds. Here it is. In order to have its beautiful image ready. Here it is. Just making sure the image is fitting the requirements needed to share these things live. And here it is, the new image from James McHugh, New Mexico, USA. But still I have more and more to share. Just preparing for a new image again from Canada, our friend Bill Longo. Here it is, ready to share. Okay, my friends, look how the eclipse is really evolving while we are looking at it. I also have another large field of view image from Canada. This time Karim Jaffer, and preparing for it. Here it is, just adjusting things for you to enjoy. Here we are, my friends. I forgot how many times now over the last 10 years or so we shared live the beauty of something special like an eclipse, just thanks to a team of people gathering from very different regions of the world. And I'm happy that this is happening tonight as well. I say tonight, but to be honest, right now here we are in the middle of the day in Italy, of course, and we are really having great images coming. And new images continuously arriving. New image from Bill Longo. Then I will show you another map which is of interest for me, just to make clear from where this eclipse is visible in person. This is again from Canada, as you can read on the bottom left. And from Canada we are quickly going back to Florida, where our friend Gary just captured another beautiful image. Here it is. And I like also to have a large field of view images from Canada by Karim Jaffer, because those images are, very similar to the experience you could expect personally by looking with your naked eye to the eclipse itself. So I like how these images can complete each other, just because they are taken with different instruments and equipment, of course. This is a new image again, as I said, from Karim, Canada. Let me adjust one thing if you don't mind. Let me see if I can adjust this for you. Okay. But images are coming, the eclipse is ongoing. I really think that a lunar eclipse is something magic every time I have the opportunity to have a look. I just received a new image from our friend Ron Delvaux in Arizona, so a different part of the world is joining, again in the US, of course. And here we are just adjusting the image. Very nice, beautiful. Here it is, the image from Ron Delvaux, just adjusting credits. Here we are. I hope you can truly enjoy the very beautiful images our friends are taking for us. I want to express right now in public my gratitude to their work done with their love for the sky, their passion with the beautiful panorama up there, and really loving to share what they love with people worldwide. So thank you to everyone. I will remind you about our amazing team later. Meantime, here I have another image from Bill Longo in Canada. Just properly adjusting the credit. Here it is. This is honestly amazing. I believe how beautiful it is to see the Earth shadow now covering more and more of the lunar disk while we are speaking, slowly but continuously. And again, I want to share another image I just received, from New Mexico. It is interesting to note that in Australia, where some of our imagers are under variable weather, they are at the beginning of the evening, more or less, while in the US they are at the end of their night. The beauty to live on a spherical planet. Here it is. This one, the image I'm going to share now, come from James McHugh, New Mexico. Many of the friends sharing the images are very long time friends of the speaker, myself, and very long time collaborators of these international events brought to you by the Virtual Telescope Project. I love every time my email chimes, just telling that something new arrived. And we have another wonderful capture from Arizona, Ron Delvaux. Here it is, just adjusting credits. It's amazing to see these things while in the comfort of your home, provided you are particularly in a situation not making possible for you to have this experience personally. I mean, if you are in a place from where the moon is visible right now, go out there and see the eclipse yourself. It will be completely unacceptable if you miss this opportunity. This technology is making possible to join and have fun with the eclipse, mainly for those living in Europe, Africa, from where the eclipse is not visible, or for those under cloudy skies. But if you have the moon right now out there, go out and see this personally. You cannot miss this. I will make a miracle to be under the real eclipse now, and still happy to share, of course. Here it is now. A new image by Gary. Here we are. Truly wonderful to me. And new images are coming more and more, while this is slowly but continuously evolving, friends. This is the magic of the eclipse. The lunar eclipse is slow, but always running. Always running, my friend. Want to thank all of you. Okay. We are, I hope, having fun together. New images arrived. Going to check. Another image by Karim Jaffer. Just in credits. This small disc is still very interesting to me because it is just bringing to you the idea of the eclipse as likely spotted by naked eye. So I appreciate these completely different telescopes used by our amazing astrophotographers, making possible for us to enjoy different points of view, different equipments, something which made so far this international collaborative effort very rewarding under many points of view. New image from Billongo, Canada, with a clear evidence of the Earth shadow. And I'm very happy that we are just having this view, this experience, thanks to the generosity of our 15 astrophotographers, just imaging from their observing sites from all over the world. How beautiful is this? New image from New Mexico. Going to make the image available right away. This one okay. It is a joy for me to comment these perfect, stunning images, and I hope you will have the same joy as I am having just looking at this. I understand that the technology is using technology to enjoy these things. It's not the same thing as being there personally, but as I say, in this case, for me, it will be impossible to enjoy. So while I'm happy to be here just sharing with the world, I'm happy also that thanks to our friends, we are truly able to enjoy these things, of course. Beautiful. And Keep in mind that the next total eclipse is 3 years away, so they are not happening so often, and I'm really looking forward to enjoy the next one, I hope, if the weather will cooperate in Italy. In 3 years by now. Waiting for new and more. We have new images again from Arizona, Rom del Vo. Here it is, new image by Ron. Coming to you right away, friends. And I see more in the queue. Just preparing for you. The next one. But still I want you to enjoy this for a while. Too bad we had to wait for 3 years to see another total lunar eclipse, but lucky to be here and see this thanks to our friends. I'm very happy also to receive and share with you the first image today from Australia, from Julie Strayer. Just making her image available for you. Here it is, this image from Australia. So far we had images from the US. And with Julie, we have the first contribution today from our friends in Australia. So thanks, Julie, for your beautiful image. Also because you are bringing the first sight from your land. How beautiful, how really it's intriguing for me it is every time. Also, our friend Adrian Bradley is just doing its final things before starting sharing. Then let me take new images just arrived. And okay, another beautiful image from Bill, Canada. Here it is. So nice, so happy that we are honestly having a great time thanks to these perfect, exciting, very beautiful images kindly provided by our friends. more and more are coming, of course. New wonderful shot from Arizona. Here it is, new image from Rome. And let's see more from our friends. Again, new image from New Mexico. From James McHugh. Here it is to you, friends. And another large field of view image from Canada. Karim. Taking care okay. Just adjusting the credits to have every astrophotographer properly credited. I really thank the many people who joined this live feed brought to you by the Virtual Telescope Project, my friends. And hopefully this is bringing to you the flavor of the eclipse via the Virtual Telescope Project. How beautiful. I cannot stay without looking at the images myself, because while I'm doing this job, just putting together things, collecting images, adjusting them, I am, well, the first to see them and the first to enjoy these images with gratitude. New image from Rondelbow. Just adjusted the luminosity a bit. Beautiful sight while the eclipse is ongoing, of course. Let me see if I can do another thing. I also want to share from where the eclipse is visible. Look here, as you can see, here it is a detailed map from NASA, just telling you from where and when the eclipse and what phase of the eclipse is visible. And you can see that Africa, Europe, and a fraction of Asia are out of the visibility region, while most of the world is having fun. And particularly you see the Pacific Ocean. But now back to live images. Thanks to our friends. How beautiful to sit here and enjoy another image from Bill Longo. Look how much of the lunar disk is now covered by the air shadow, my friends. And this is really going to be, to me, a very nice totality, as always. It's easy to say this because I never saw a disappointing total lunar eclipse, of course. And the greatest eclipse will be in about 1 hour, a bit more than 1 hour, while the totality should start in a bit more, in 30 minutes more or less. This is basically 50% partial right now. Another beautiful image I have. Another image I have by Adrian Bradley, who is now joining with images. Okay, here we are with this image by Adrian, USA. And meantime, here is another image from Australia, from Julie. Here it is. Going to you right now. Very lovely. Now I see how great our friends are taking images which are making possible for everyone to breathe the beauty of the experience, even if we are not blessed with the personal view of this. This new image from James, New Mexico. I must admit that I'm always really captured by the beauty of such an eclipse. We will be always ready to share something like this. By the way, the next live feed scheduled is for November 14, actually November 15, okay, when we will show to you no less than the Artemis 1 Orion spacecraft on its way to the moon, okay, provided it will leave, it will take off as scheduled. But check our website www.virtualtelescope.eu and we will do our best to show the Artemis 1 Orion spacecraft on its journey to the moon one day after its launch. It will happen as scheduled November 14. Details on virtualtelescope.eu website. Time for us to check for more images, and we have again from Arizona, from Ron. Here it is. And another image I'm just preparing. Amazing, 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 if I can say. Happy to be here sitting on the first row and enjoying images provided by our amazing astrophotographers, bringing us the beauty, the emotion of the eclipse. This image by Bilongo, Canada. As I said, we are now we are now living more than 50% of totality. With many people connected and 15 astrophotographers sharing with us their work so generously. We are here waiting for new images. I know a few friends are facing bad weather. I'm keeping my finger crossed for them because we really would love to see their images. As we know, they will be great. Waiting and waiting. This is a lunar total eclipse, and this is the last total one we will see for 3 years now. So I'm particularly happy and grateful to our imagers that we are here sharing this, because as I said, we will have to wait for 3 years to see the next total eclipse. I would say a lot. New image from Arizona, Ron del Bo. Sorry. I apologize for a couple of minutes. Very likely I forgot to go back to our images. And now we are up and running again. It was my fault, of course. new image Billongo. With more and more deer shadow covering the lunar disk. As I say to you, totality will start in about 25 minutes, more or less. Another image from New Mexico, friends. James. Here it is, image from James. I'm really loving the experience. Checking for new images. I mean, more than 50% of our images are now facing cloudy weather. We are having good images from Florida, Arizona, New Mexico, Canada, and Australia. We had also friends ready to go from Panama, but I know the weather there is not the best one. But I'm still very happy that the technology is making possible for us to see this live. Yeah, this technology. We are waiting for new images. Meantime, I just want to share with you again times for this eclipse in universal time. And right now we are between 50% partial and totality begins. Something going to happen in 21 minutes by now. But soon I think our images will start sharing images with the clear evidence of the legendary bronze color of the moon, the red color. And we are waiting. And I also have something I want to share. Let me try if I can share with you this simulator. just making clear. Here it is. Of course, data on the left are completely wrong because they refer to Italy, but of course the graphic is just perfect, so that at least we know where we are in the eclipse. While we are seeing the simulator, I switch back to live feed as we just received a new image from Florida. From Gary. Here it is. More and more. Now a new image from Ron Delvaux. New image from Arizona, friends. And we are slowly approaching the beginning of the totality. Beautiful experience. Beautiful experience every time, I must say. I really hope that this is bringing to you good feeling. Image from Canada again, Karim, making his shot available. Here it is. And checking for new. New image from Julie in Australia as well. I'm always amazed by the quality of these pictures, as they are really bringing us the beauty, the meaning, the excitement for the eclipse itself. really enjoying, friends. Thank you for your amazing work bringing us the eclipse. Thanks to your amazing work. This is the first image I'm going to share, clearly showing the red color. Even, of course, the eclipse is still partial. This image by Adrian. It is just matter of exposure time, because of course while the moon is still partially visible, you have to decide if you want to just to take a nice exposure of the bright portion of the moon, and of course you will see nothing in the shadow. Otherwise you can take an image just burning the visible portion of the moon, but making possible for you to look at the color as in this case, but look how bright it is, white basically, the portion of the moon still under the sunlight. Now a new image from Billongo, France. More and more coming here. And I'm very happy also to welcome more friends from Australia, Dean and William Hooper, with their first image as the moon is rising there basically. And so we have even this image now from Australia via Dean and William Hooper, their first image for this eclipse. Okay, nice to go, very nice, happy. And now another impressive image from Ron, Arizona, where you will see the red color of the moon, while of course we are still waiting formally for the totality, but as I said, this has been made with the right image exposure time, and just to make clear that we can see the red color right now, friends. Here it is. Hope that you will enjoy this one, my friends. I hope you are really enjoying this. The elegant dress the moon is now ready to wear with this wonderful bronze red color. New image from by Karim. Even showing the red. And more to come. Nice set just received from New Mexico. James just provided us two images taken back to back but with different imaging exposure time. One is this, just showing perfectly the bright portion of the moon, but using a much longer exposure. As I explained earlier, you can easily see the red color right away. Hope you are really enjoying these views. Trying to see if I can do something right away. Look at these images, they are basically the same moon but imaged with two very different exposure times. The shorter one offering a nice view of the bright portion of the moon, but basically nothing in the shadow. And on the left you see a much longer exposure with the bright portion actually burned out, but now you can see the red color in the shadow of the earth. And something now we have also from Bill. Here it is. I would like to do one thing. Okay, let me see if I confirm something I have in mind. I think, friends, that Let me check one thing, sorry. I'm trying to adjust a few things. I will tell you what I'm doing in a matter of seconds. As I was wondering what the bright object we see there is a star, of course. But as there is planet Uranus in the region, I was wondering if it could be. I have to check. Anyway, back to live images. Another amazing shot just received from Rondelboy in Arizona. Look. Here it is. Absolutely amazing. Honestly amazing. Okay. Perhaps at some point, who knows, if we can see Uranus. Okay. Just checking for new things, but I really like these images, just now bringing us the beauty of the red of the moon, my friends. While we are having fun. And I have also another image. From Canada. I'm going to update. Okay. Just going to share an image I just received by Daniel Brosseau, Canada. Just adjusting the image. Enjoy, my friends. More and more are now coming. while I'm preparing for the new one. I just received from Ron, and we are truly quickly approaching the totality, my friends. It is now the totality. Time is flying, needless to say. The beginning of totality now. New image from Julie in Australia. With an image I also have from New Mexico. James McHugh. So we just entered the totality, friends. It just means that by 3 minutes, every region of the moon is no longer receiving the solar light. If you were on the moon right now, my friend, you will be enjoying a solar total eclipse. How beautiful, my friends. Cannot tell you how every time I'm amazed to see this. I want to go back for a while. This wrong image. While waiting for more to come. And a beautiful image I have from Gary, Florida. Perhaps taken with a mobile device. Here it is. Beautiful shot from again from New Mexico. Here it is, the new image from James. Oh, I'm amazed at myself at the perfection of these images and the beauty they can really bring to us. Basically, there is nothing to say when you are facing these masterpieces by nature. Totality from Canada, thanks to Bill. So nice, my friends. Really, really so nice. Another outstanding picture. By Ron, Arizona. How fascinating all this is, really. The eclipse is ongoing, of course. The totality started 8 minutes ago, and we are slowly moving to the maximum of the eclipse, which is in about 30 minutes. How beautiful, amazing. Sitting here, enjoying the eclipse, even if we had the technology, it's amazing. For me, the alternative was nothing, and as the creator of the virtual telescope, I wanted to see this myself, and as always, I wanted to share with the world. So again, I want to thank our brave astrophotographers, 15 of them, just making possible for us to enjoy this experience. Okay. How many beautiful images we are getting. New image from Arizona. Again from Ron, the last one. Just adjusting. Another one from Karim. Going to make the image available. Here it is. And a very nice image from Dean and William from Australia. Here it is, very nice, with some pattern due to clouds, foliage. But look how beautiful is this. Just adjusted the brightness a bit. Again from New Mexico via James. Wow. For us, this is honestly amazing. But more and more. Another image from Gary. This one is extremely beautiful, captured just before the totality. And now I want to share an image by another image from Australia, from John Stevenson. I'm very happy to share this image from John. How many images, perfect images, I have the honor to comment. Thanks to our amazing astrophotographers friends. So nice. Just to give you now an idea about the running eclipse. This is the simulator. Just showing the umbra, the penumbra, and the position of the moon, which is now completely inside the shadow. That is why we say totality has started 20 minutes ago. And in 20 minutes, more or less, we will reach the center of the eclipse, the maximum of the eclipse. Back to live images. More have arrived. Very beautiful image from Dean and William, Australia. Look. Happy to know that both William and Bill, father and son, are having a better sky now, as this image is clearly showing. And I want to share another beautiful image from Bill Longo in Canada, taken just before the moon moved behind his house. And I thank also Bill for sharing some details about the environments there. He was working at 3.5 Celsius degrees, 88% of humidity. So these are adding some realism to the experience, even if it is done via the technology. New image, meantime, from Ron. With these images we are receiving are honestly speechless. This one is now from New Mexico, and it is from James. And I want to share now an image I received by Karim in Canada, but taken by a student working with him. Where you can see in the shadow also the environment. And now a totality image from I see from Florida. So an image from Gary. And I mentioned the temperature at which Bill was working in Canada, 3.5 Celsius degrees, and of course our friend Gary just shared the information that there in Florida he is imaging with a much more comfortable temperature of 21 Celsius degrees, 70 Fahrenheit. I can envy you a bit, my friend. And now the moon is higher and higher in the Australian sky, as Dean and William Hooper just shared with me, together with this very, very beautiful image. It's amazing, honestly. It's truly amazing to see masterpieces like this. I'm really, really happy, and I want to thank again all of you for making possible for me to share something unique. And not visible otherwise. But more and more, dear friends, new image from Ron. A new image as well from New Mexico. Never tired to face beauty, in particular the beauty of the eclipse we are sharing with the world right now. So amazing to see such a show. Okay. Here it is, the image from James. and we are quickly approaching the totality. The center of the eclipse, as totality started now 30 minutes ago, more or less. New image by Ron. In Arizona, of course. And now we are in a couple of seconds leaving for Australia. John Stevenson. And I just received a message from Gary and from his location in Florida. Again, he just wrote that the moon is about to disappear beyond an house, and I want to thank, of course, you and for joining as well, Bill, who just wrote basically the same. So Bill and Gary now are leaving because they are not able to track the moon anymore, because for them the moon is just behind a building. So thank you to both of you, Bill and Gary, but we are still up and running because we have more and more images from our other contributors. How many images we are really enjoying. While we are virtually looking up, thanks to the Virtual Telescope project, my friends. Want to share with you the simulator showing the position in real time of the moon inside the Earth's shadow. Do not consider the information on the left because they refer to Rome, and from Rome, of course, as we are just at noon, the eclipse is not visible at all. But now, back to live images, again with the Ron. Look at this, my friends. This is out of this world with the totality now really making us speechless. Another perfect shot just arrived from Dean and William. As I say, speechless. It is very hard to look at this with no emotion at all. And all this is happening live. With so many masterpieces, it is easy to stay speechless. Final image made by Gary, likely with a mobile device. Just showing as he wrote that he was leaving the view because of an house. We have more now from New Mexico. I'm pretty sure that when I say New Mexico or Florida or Australia, you can now just imagine who is the author. And of course, from New Mexico we have James. And I received an interesting message by Dean Hooper, just saying that now the eclipse is dark, and he is just using he with Bill with William are using 10-second exposures just to capture the moon right now, while we are 7 minutes far from the totality. I mean, I apologize again. From the peak of the eclipse. Never tired to face this beauty. Still up and running. Just checking for more and more. Another image from Karim. Before he leaves. So while I prepare the image from Karim, I want to thank Karim too for joining and for sharing with us his beautiful images, the ones we saw he captured with his students too. Here it is, the last image. From Karim, Canada, Montreal Center, Royal Astronomical Society of Canada. Meantime, I'm just making available the latest image from Ron with such a beautiful totality. With a new image as well, just received from Australia, thanks to John Stevens in New South Wales. I really love the idea that we are seeing images from very different parts of the world. While we are just getting a new image from from James. You can note the proximity of stars to the lunar disk now that it is eclipsed, and its brightness is immensely reduced versus the full moon uneclipsed. You can easily see around on the border of the moon and see many things, many stars. I see people is thanking me for this live feed. Okay, I'm happy, but I want to thank, first of all, people making possible for us. It is our amazing astrophotographer team. Astrophotographers are amazing, and you can see how beautiful their images are. And the one I'm sharing now is from Karima Kanji Tajdin, Royal Astronomical Society of Canada, Montreal. I received it via Karim. And a new one from Dean and William, Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, with a note from Dean, who has witnessed many total eclipses, sharing many of them with us, by the way, as well as many friends joining today. As I said, many of them are old friends and already did with us something like that. And as I said, Dean shared a comment saying this is a very deep eclipse, very dark. How beautiful. I'm just looking at this, speechless. While more and more are coming. Here are a couple of images from Adrian Bradley. Different scale, very interesting. I love what we are seeing, thanks to the generosity of our amazing astrophotographers. Going to share another beautiful shot taken by Daniel Brosseau from Quebec, Canada. Here it is. How nice. I cannot tell you how much happy I am bringing to you this experience. Thanks to the amazing team of astrophotographers sending their images to me. And making possible for us to really enjoy something unique. And of course we just crossed the peak of the eclipse. so nice, my friends. I'm so grateful for making your perfect images available with your generosity. And as noted by Dean once again, in the new image just received, the one I'm just going to share with you, there is a star on the bottom which is going to be occulted by the moon. And what I find interesting it is that within 1 degree there is also planet Uranus. Amazing. It's amazing, really. Wow. I want to share another image by Ron. Here it is, the new image from Ron. And now I'm ready also for a very special image, kindly offered by kindly provided by Dean. Okay, just taking the image, making it available. This is Dean, just from in Melbourne, Australia, just taking images for us, just to give an idea. Here it is. We are just here in Italy. It has just started a cool fall, but I see you are enjoying much better temperatures. And also truly interesting occultation covered by Dean himself. I love the image I'm going to share in in a handful of seconds. Look here, with the star just kissing the lunar border on the bottom. And I just received a message by James McHugh, our friend James, just informing me that now his sky is obscured by clouds, and he's thanking me, but no, this is me thanking you, James, and all of you just making possible for us to run this live and enjoy and appreciate your out of this world images. So thank you again, James. New image as well from John Stevenson. New South Wales, Australia, who kindly informed me that clouds are also moving in the sky. Now we are in the second part of the totality. Beautiful. Checking for more, but very nice image, the one we are seeing. How beautiful every time. It's outstanding, honestly. Now, of course, that many of our astrophotographers are leaving, we are left with less active sites, but right now I received a beautiful image from Chris Stockdale, another all-time friend and an all-time contributor of these international live feeds, and right away I'm going to share his image, which has just arrived. So happy to learn, Chris, that weather improved at your location. This image from Chris, Hazelwood Observatory, Victoria, Australia. The first one we received by Chris because Chris brought me earlier today as other friends, just reporting the weather was not the very best, but now it's clear there. So happy that Chris could have a look, also because this made possible to really have more great images as this beautiful image, really. Thanks, Dean, for keeping them coming. I mean, the images. I see you are very blessed with such a very beautiful sky. Even if at the beginning you had to wait for the moon to rise a bit and playing and fiddling with clouds. A new image from Dean and William Hooper. We are, of course, up and running, and we started 2 hours, 15 minutes ago. I'm really grateful to all of you for making possible for us to enjoy this show. Adrian Bradley, Michigan, USA, shared a new image where you can also see the environment at the astronomical twilight. Here it is. I really like also the idea to spy around. I mean, we are seeing images of the eclipse, and I appreciate the variety of images we are receiving with different telescopes, different sides of the lunar disk. Sometimes we saw the astronomer at work or the environment with the moon up there. I really love all this. To me, it is very precious. New update. Again from Melbourne, from Dean and William. Outstanding, honestly, my friends. Cannot tell you how moved I am every time I see this outstanding beauty. With the perfection, the view, the experience of our astrophotographers, my friends. Really, really love what we are seeing. Let's check for more. If any, still waiting, but waiting of a previous image. So nice. Just enjoying it. Just I want to remind you that we are seeing during the totality such a red color because as I said, the earth sending its shadow to the moon has its own atmosphere, and it is the atmosphere taking care to direct the red component of the solar light much better to the moon than any other color. And I want to share this with you, by the way, making clear what is happening. And as you can see, when the moon is just in the center of the earth shadow, or it is completely in the earth shadow, the red color is the only one reaching the moon there. Without the atmosphere, the moon should be without any light, but it is the atmosphere. If you look on the bottom of these graphics, you can see the point of view from the moon, and you can see that during the totality you have the Earth surrounded by that orange-red disk, and that is because that ring, the atmosphere, is sending to you the red component of the solar light. This is why you on the moon are red right now. Hope this helps. Checking for more and more. Another amazing image. This time from Greece. Just adjusting the credits. Here it is, my friends. How beautiful. Okay. Waiting for more, my friends, while we are here. Waiting for more and more. Just checking email, and I have more. Another image from Ron in Arizona. So back and forth. And again, just managing to have the image from Ron ready for you. Here it is. And then another beautiful image from John Stevenson. So while in Arizona for a while, we are ready to move back to Australia, New South Wales, with this image from John. I also activated the chat on the YouTube video. So if you refresh your YouTube, you should be able to see the chat as well. Having fun, having a lot of joy with these outstanding pictures. A new shot from Dean and William. Images are in their original scale, so I'm not zooming. Sometimes I'm reducing in order to have the whole lunar disk inside. Going with new images. The one received from Chris again. And here it is. New image from Chris. With the totality now slowly moving to the end. Again, I want to share with you the timeline. And the totality will end in 13 minutes. I'm happy that people on the chat are saying that they appreciate the effort, because we really want to share everything beautiful happening out there. And I am particularly grateful to our astro imagers making possible for us to use their amazing pictures. So thank you for joining, but thank you first of all to our astrophotographers sharing with us this beautiful experience. I have another very beautiful pictures from Adrian. Look, while approaching the civil twilight. Very beautiful image. This is poetry, of course. Meantime, more images by Ron in Arizona. Here we are with the Ron image. I'm sorry. Okay, this is the Ron image. And then I want to share with you also the picture kindly provided by Adrian, because I forgot to remove the timeline. Now I want to share this out of this world image, poetry as I called it. Hoping you will appreciate. To make sure we also see this capture sharing the environment at the civil down. Here it is. Okay. Now that we are slowly approaching the end of the totality, the lunar limb is now showing a brighter side. As visible in this image by Dean and William Cooper in Australia. I appreciate Dean joining the chat on YouTube just to bring his greetings, and I want to thank you, Dean, and the other astrophotographers for the amazing work once again you are doing. Another image from John Stevenson, New South Wales. And just for the record, I want to share with you the simulator again, just to show how the moon, which is orbiting around the Earth, of course, is slowly approaching the living border, let's call it that way, of the Earth shadow. So, as I said, totality is going to end in about 7 minutes formally. Another very beautiful image from Chris, Australia. Here it is, Chris took daily image from Hazelwood Observatory, Victoria, Australia. I see my old friend Gerard, welcome on board. And I also see people from Panama. I know it is cloudy and rainy there because one all-time friend of mine and all-time contributor of these international events, Joachim Fabrica Polleri, was supposed to join from Panama, but the weather, of course, is not the best one. Hope you are enjoying these beautiful shots. And with some luck, we will enjoy also the end of totality, thanks to these honestly amazing images. New shot from Arizona, working to have the image available for everyone. Here it is, the image from Ron. A new image from Dean as well. Very nice. Thank you very much for joining from so many different places. This is an international event under many respects. First of all, you are joining from very different regions of the planet, but also images are coming from France, from Australia, from Canada, from US. And this is honestly amazing. So beautiful to be here. We're happy that our live feed is making people happy. But checking for more and more. Okay. I received a beautiful fast composition, as Danielle said, showing this the evolution of the eclipse I want to share. Look, very beautiful. Meantime, I also have new wonderful things from Chris. Now a new image, as I said, from Chris. And really enjoying what we are sharing with so many people around the planet. Wow. More and more. And of course, my friends, we just left the totality. And look at the image I'm going really I'm shared, the image I shared. And another image by Adrian, the panorama. Enjoy. While here I have another picture. Another picture from Dean and William Cooper. With the end of totality, as you can see, the bottom lunar limb is bright, I would say white. never tired to look at this beauty. Hopefully together, as we are doing right now, as the virtual telescope has been doing since it was launched in 2006. I sometimes I stay silent because we can only look, just enjoying this beauty. New pic from Ron. More pictures, just showing the end of totality, as I said. And I just received a new one by Julie. I'm preparing it for everyone to enjoy. This one here it is, the image by Julie, coming right now, I believe. And having another beautiful image by John Stevenson. Here it is. How many masterpieces of our friends are sharing with us with outstanding generosity. I love the idea that this international cooperation is really bringing to you a very important meaning. What can be done when people from different regions of the world, different culture, different whatever, join with a common goal, common dream, common idea, bringing the beauty of modern nature to the world this way, peacefully way. Thanks. So I want to thank my friends for this as well. Clear the end of the totality. And now new image from Dean and William. The bottom of the moon in this image, different orientation is evident because of the images, because of course we have different observers, different telescopes and different hemispheres. The southern hemisphere, our friends in Australia, and the northern hemisphere, our friend in Canada, in the US, and it is amazing also to know this thing. And we have to wait for 3 years to see the next total lunar eclipse. So this has also this special meaning. It is, well, time is flying, you know, and if you consider how often you can stare at this beauty, perhaps you understand even better how fast time is flying. 3 years by now to enjoy the next lunar total eclipse. I see someone asked me why, if I can explain why the Earth is not rotating. There is nothing to explain because the Earth is rotating. Anyway, beautiful things, beautiful images, beautiful opportunity to discover how blessed we are, how lucky we are to enjoy this beautiful world. New image from John Stevenson. Here it is. And another image I'm working on now. From Chris. Still having a great view, I believe. And I hope you are having fun with these masterpieces. Now new image from Dean. Here it is. Wow. More and more. Beautiful. I have more images just from Ron. Going to share with you, my friends. How beautiful for us every time. I mean, what an experience. I cannot find the right words sometimes when we really need to comment something breathtaking this way. And this one is from, as I said, from Ron. And more are in the queue. And Dean just underlined, thanks for this, Dean, by the way, that the images we are showing from him, from Melbourne, are as they are. No flip or rotation, just bringing with them this additional information of the flip because of the north and south of the world, you know. Another very beautiful capture from Chris. And this is another beautiful shot because it is showing also the stars all around. It is almost impossible to see the full moon, a nice image of the full moon with the stars very close to the full moon, because the full moon, when it is not in eclipse, is of course too bright. But here you can really enjoy the stars and the full moon, in eclipse of course, together, like in this case. I want to remind you about our next live feed offered by the Virtual Telescope Project. Next November 15, we will share in real time something honestly very unique, because we will show with our telescopes the Artemis 1 Orion spacecraft on its way to the moon. 24 hours its scheduled launch, so we are keeping our finger crossed that they will launch the day before, and 24 hours later we will try this amazing experience to share live in real time via our telescopes the Artemis 1 Orion spacecraft on its journey to the moon. So more details are available on our website virtualtelescope.eu, as you know. It is now a new image from Dean, the one I'm working on. Outstanding, outstanding, honestly outstanding. And sometimes they are back. So thanks, James, for keeping your eyes up there, because in New Mexico now the sky is clear again, at least for a while, and we have another beautiful picture by James from New Mexico, USA. And I'm just going to share that image right away. Here it is, just okay. So we are more and more away from the totality. And I plan to run this live feed for about 30 minutes more. So happy that you are really having fun. While, as I said, we are slowly moving to the end of the eclipse. New picture from John Stevenson. But more from other observers. Just working on latest shot by, again, from James, which is back in operation after clouds. It was completely obscured by clouds, but now with a much better sky, James is back with these stunning pictures. So nice to be here and just try to comment these masterpieces. We have been into this live feed for 3 hours now, my friends. It's been a privilege and honor, to say the least. it's a privilege and honor for me to really comment these masterpieces, as I said. New picture from Dean. Coming to you right away. Thanks, Gerard. I'm happy you remember all the efforts done in these 16 years, actually. So you remember pretty well, and it's a privilege for me to be here again. Sometimes, like today, with these excellent astro imagers, really very experienced astrophotographers, sharing their expertise and their images with such a unique and huge generosity. And it's a privilege for me to comment something so beautiful. And now with this image from Chris, we are back to typical imaging of the partial face, I mean with the correct exposure for the bright region, so no hint of the red portion in the dark. So many people from so many different countries. This is, of course, as always, a clear demonstration how the sky can really make possible, can really help people from different regions just to gather together to enjoy the same thing. This is such a powerful, to me, message. I must admit, this is perhaps one of the main reasons why I am here. I agree with Dean sending his personal comment, but I completely share his vision when he said that from image from time to time he is taking a break and look through a smaller telescope beside the imaging equipment, and because there was a lesson learned, he wrote after viewing total solar eclipses, that is sit and just actually look. Not only imaging, yes, you're right, completely right. And this is why I also really appreciate them, because you could see our astrophotographers could be just enjoying this personally, but they are working like crazy just to share with us what they are seeing. So they are just losing the opportunity to better enjoy personally in the name of something greater that is sharing with the community, and I want to thank them for this as well. how wonderful all this is for me. Having this opportunity. New image from New Mexico. James, here it is. I'm sorry. Here it is, the correct image. While I am preparing. New image from Ron, working on it right now. Here it is. And after being in New Mexico and Arizona, back to Australia with another beautiful image by Julie Strayer. Here it is. Most of the world can see the eclipse. It is much faster to say who is not seeing this: Antarctica, Africa, Europe, and just a small fraction of Asia, that is the Middle East. Just having about 15 minutes left of live coverage. I plan to close this live feed in 15 minutes. So it is hard because even if we are well after the totality, this is still breathtaking because of the high quality images our friends are sharing. If you want, consider joining our YouTube channel. Consider joining the Virtual Telescope Project page on Facebook. And as I said, visit virtualtelescope.au if you want to learn about the next opportunity to join our live feeds. The next one is scheduled for November 15, when we will be sharing no less than Artemis 1 Orion spacecraft on its journey to the moon. This is an exclusive event offered by the Virtual Telescope project. Visit virtualtelescope.eu if you want to learn how to join. Always for free, of course. Another image from Chris. Oh, this is another poetry moment. As many times with James, by the way. I know that James has a very, very special relation with the moon. I saw many pictures, no matter the eclipse. But look here. What a beautiful way to say goodbye. Total Lunar Eclipse with this picture, with the eclipsed moon, talking in partial phase now, just setting behind the trees with this amazing image from James. Is not really, it is no longer red because the red should be visible in the portion of the moon still in the shadow, that is the dark region. But look here, if you use a long exposure time with your imaging camera in order to record the faint light coming from the darker region, you can still record the red. The bright portion of the moon is now outside the shadow, so is not longer experiencing the effect of color selection done by the atmosphere when you are in the shadow. I hope that this is clear, Shane. Okay. Another image from Arizona. Another image from Melbourne. Now you can see that in order to have correct registration, correct vision of the bright portion of the moon, now outside the shadow, so a short exposure time, plenty of light in that portion, we are not seeing the red in the dark region. And this is an image from Dean and William Hooper. So nice, my friends. New image from Chris. I'm doing the best to share these images to honor their quality and the generosity of our friends, making them available. And look at these effects, my friends. Again, an image kindly provided by by James, with the moon now gone behind the trees. While I'm just working on a new image by John Stevenson. How beautiful, my friends. I also have a kind message from my all-time friend and all-time contributor Joaquim Fabrica Polleri from Panama, confirming, as a viewer wrote, that it is the weather in Panama was completely unfavorable. So, but I want to thank again Joachim and all the other friends who were ready to join, but they could not because of the weather. Another image here. From Chris. And we are approaching the end of this live feed, which at the very end has been a long one. 3 hours 30. 3 hours 30. Yes, I agree, Gerard. I'm very excited about Artemis Orion starting this new adventure. And as I mentioned it a few times, we will offer something honestly unique next November 15, when the Virtual Telescope project will be asked to point, thanks to its advanced instruments, and to locate and track Orion on its way to the moon, supposing this is of course provided that the mission will start as scheduled the day earlier. So visit virtualtelescope.eu if you want to join for free, as always, the next live feed showing you in real time live the Orion spacecraft once in space in the direction of the moon. a new image with from Dean and a comment that incredibly I was going to do myself. I mean, you are used to see lunar phases, but while this at first glance could perhaps remind you of a lunar phase, it is completely unnatural because the border between the day and night on the moon is completely different. Look how interesting is this under that respect. So incredibly, Dean, if we were thinking the very same. And I think, my friends, that with this image, I'm just going to close this live feed. And it has been incredible for me. It has been incredible for, I hope, everyone here to join and have fun with this honestly amazing experience, my friends. To me, sharing with you the beauty of this eclipse has been, as always, a pleasure. It has been a privilege for me to be here today, just trying to comment at my best those masterpieces we received from astronomers and astro imagers from all over the planet, my friends. I still want to say thank you to everyone, because if this happened, it was to the generosity of our astro imagers. No matter the weather they had to face, I want to thank all of them: John Stevenson, James McHugh, Karin Jaffer, Adrian Bradley, Joachim Fabrica Polleri, Chris Stockdale, Bill Longo, Gary Warney, Julie Stroyer, John Johnson, Dean and William Hooper, Sonali Deshmukh, Ron Delvaux and Chris Corbin, and Brandon Roy and Danielle Brosseau. It was thanks to them if this event was actually an event worth to be followed. I want to thank all of them, as I said, because they really did an outstanding work. And it was hard for me to comment those masterpieces because, as you, I really wanted to stay silent and admire the beauty they were bringing to us. It has been a privilege for the Virtual Telescope Project, and in this case by myself, Gianluca Masi, astrophysicist, to bring to you the beauty of this eclipse, total lunar eclipse. The last one we will see for a while, because the next one will be in 2025. So I'm happy that we could enjoy this thanks to our very, very generous astrophotographers that I really wanted to thank again and again. My gratitude goes to them and to you, friends, just deciding to spend part of your time just enjoying the eclipse via our live stream. I want to remind you that we are waiting for another great opportunity, another unique live stream next November 15, when we will be sharing live images taken with our telescopes. It is not just a way to share again images already seen. I mean, original images taken in real time with our telescopes of the Orion Artemis 1 spacecraft on its journey to the moon, 24 hours its launch, provided this will happen, the launch as scheduled the day earlier. So to learn more and join, visit virtualtelescope.eu. That's all from Gianluca Masi Virtual Telescope Project. Thank you again to everyone, to the astrophotographers and to the viewers. It has been, as always for me, a truly rewarding experience, and I feel very lucky that when I was a child I fell in love with the night sky, because that way, also because not only because it is now my professional activity, but because astronomy made possible for me to meet wonderful people all around the globe, just showing how cooperation from different countries across the borders is so precious and able to bring beauty to everyone. Take care, my friends. Keep looking up and keep in touch.